Good evening, everybody. My name is Andrius Sutnikas. I'm coming from Klaipėda Science and Technology Park, and we are leading the project called MarTech LNG, which is also a flagship project under the priority area Clean Ship. And today I've been confronted by the challenge to try to tell you in 10 minutes how you make money out of LNG. So I'll try to be very concrete on that. But to start with LNG, I would like to define that, yes, there is quite a few other solutions for the clean shipping, but I would like to promote exactly this case. So starting from why LNG? First of all, LNG propulsion, or the ships powered by LNG cut SOx and NOx emissions basically to zero, to 95%. Also, CO2 emissions, 20 to 25%. And of course, even now, if we looked at the market for the LNG propulsion or LNG powered ships is not so big, we do understand that the environmental regulation areas will expand, and this will bring a business opportunity for the technologies and products that are established in Baltic Sea for the export. So, LNG value chain. When we started basically 2 years ago, we always been confronted with the egg and chicken question. And wow, where do we start? Who is starting? Why we start? How much does it cost? I think it's over now. We should close that deal, because the case studies and the technological solutions, business company linkages that we had experienced during this period had really proved that technology and financing is in place for the LNG. Of course, the development takes some time, but there is not a egg and chicken question anymore. Lack of infrastructure. Yes, we experience the lack of infrastructure. The infrastructure is not in place, and usually when you run the case study, you need to develop your infrastructure for bunkering and safety and loading and everything yourself. But the lack of infrastructure is also a business opportunity. The lack of infrastructure means that there is a demand for technologies and services that would be provided for LNG-powered ships. So this is a business opportunity. Well, now talking on the ship owners, I had the chance to visit your colleagues on fjord lines where they have a LNG powered ship, and from them the estimations were so that the pure LNG megawatt hour cost is approximately 27 to 28 euros. But when you add the infrastructure costs, which is brought by lack of infrastructure, and some regulational aspects, it can rise to 50. So you can see there is a gap of basically 23 euros that is not really naturally proven. There is a gap that can be decreased significantly, and by establishing the business opportunity to supplying services and also decreasing the cost to the LNG as a ship fuel. The other thing, during the project, we actually made evaluation of the LNG value chain and the supply chain, and it's quite interesting to see that quite a lot, or most of the LNG technology and suppliers are of EU origin. It's probably because we start talking about this so early. And this becomes competitive advantage. As I said, the environmental areas will expand rapidly. So, some of the business opportunities within the parts of LNG value chain. Small-scale production, storage, supply. So, as we know, now by the clean fuel strategy from EU, it's been decided that the core ports of the TNT network will need to be established with the LNG bunkering infrastructure by 2020. This is more than 140 ports that will require one or another solution for LNG bunkering. This is a significant business opportunity for any LNG bunker supplier. And for this, all the technologies are in place. Some I can show you here. This is the small-scale LNG production unit that can produce this LNG on small scale within any area that could be connected to the gas pipe. We have LNG storage solutions where we provide the bunkering infrastructure next to the ship-operated areas, and of course by being capable to supply LNG directly to the ships. LNG bunkering ships. This is the first in the world, even though that it's made out of the old ferry. LNG bunkering ship, first in the world, immediately defines that this is a business opportunity because you are the first in the market. So there's gonna so many more coming in the future. Marine technologies. In my pictures here, I only have the Wärtsilä and Rolls-Royce engines that you can easily recognize, but of course there is quite a decent line of technologies and parts that are required to retrofit or to establish ships at LNG propulsion, starting with the cryo pipe tanks and etc. All this is produced in our region. Our region is very competitive. EU is very competitive in this sector, and this is already, as I said again, by becoming a model for LNG shipping in the Baltic Sea region, we can develop the competitive advantage for our industries. Shipbuilding and repair. This is one of the most challenged industries in our region, and this is the industry that really requires some new orders. Yes, so LNG again, it's opportunity. All the major case studies that we have now been performed and developed in the European ship yards, not outside in Korea or Japan or China. It's been the European projects. This has been something that we learned. This can be something that we already done, and this is something that can be competitive advantage for our shipbuilding and repair industry. Demand. Of course, by now it is proven that it is calculated that 81 confirmed LNG fueled ship projects are in place. 39 confirmed new builds. So it's a quite rapidly rising number, but it's still not a huge market. But and also looking in the possibility that 44 ships in the iron operation by now. But if we look by 2020, and when we see that more than 10,000, as Ginta said, 14,000 ships are affected since 2015, this could be rising to demand of 1,000 ships by 2020. This is equal to 4 to 7 million tons of LNG for ship fuel. So this is becoming a demand. This is growing industry. This is a future, and this is possibility for your business to be established. And also, I want to mark myself again. The environmental regulation areas will expand. The environmental regulation areas will expand, and they will bring the same challenges that we are facing now to new regions, and we need to be there sitting with the solutions to be competitive and successful in doing business outside the region. Also, the LNG fuel, you can power any transport mean by LNG basically. And shipping is one of the, let's say so, agglomerated consumers that really needs big numbers, but by providing LNG to the ship fuel, we open the market opportunities for rail, for road transport, for public transport that would increase the demand and would develop a higher demand for the LNG bunker providers. So there are challenges ahead, of course, quite a lot, but I feel that LNG can be a future of maritime technology development. We only need some common regulative standards, because now the LNG performance is regulated very differently in every country. Price levels and economical trends, I should give an example. The technology and infrastructure cost is too high now, and this needs to be cut either by public investments, either by commercial competitiveness to cut the LNG as a fuel cost, and of course market development and expansion. We need to believe in that. We need to get our ship owners to believe in that, to expand the market and to develop LNG as a business opportunity. So thank you very much. If you want to hear more, and if you want to be helped establish into this market, you can find us here, golng.eu. This is a business cooperation platform for LNG business models. Thank you very much.